25th, and we are obviously back here in the master bedroom, or workshop as it is right now.
Obvious.
Yeah, isn't it obvious it's a master bedroom? Doesn't everybody's master bedroom look like that? Anyway, we're back here in the office. We're going to take this top off, and gotten 2 coats of polyurethane on the bottom here, so we're going to take it, flip it over, and we'll mount it, and then we're going to go put that in there, get it mounted, and then we're going to put the first coat on the top side, and then we're going to go do some PEX work and preps for fixing the MSD saltwater reservoir overflow pump out assembly. That's the plan. Well, we got lots of other things we'll do too, but we'll talk about those as we get closer to them, if we get these 2 done. Later. Okay. Somewhere around there. We got the hole for this and that piece. It'll drop in. We'll pull the wires through in a little while. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's that table. My plotter can actually fit right across there, so going to come out with about an 18-inch deep shelf here. Plotter will sit on that. Above that probably will be the printer and maybe a 3D printer. Actually, 3D printer probably over here so that we can duck it out. Okay, well, let's go ahead and mount this table. Okay. Table management little kit needs just a couple shelves, but hopefully it'll help keep the table somewhat cleaner underneath here. I think you're able to screw this thing on. Oh, I hate gravity. Where the hell are more screws? I'm losing screws right and left here, dear. Go. Stay on there, you silly drill bit. Okay, you want to give me the other here? Let's go ahead and get this stuck in. Through maybe. Okay, cool. Just
you want to pop that guy in?
Yep. Okay. Now the fun is finding the actual outlet. Yeah, here I got that one lined up. Actually, I got it to go. I'm good. There's that guy. There we go. You want to go turn power back on? Okay, let me check. Yep, got power. Got Ethernet, got power. What more does a person need? A desk to set everything on. Finish cleaning stuff out, and we'll do some painting back here. There's that with the first coat. The roller definitely has less lines, but it leaves kind of a orange peely effect, lots and lots of bubbles, and then I use the heat gun to pop those bubbles. We'll see if it'll level out. We're gonna go break for lunch, and then while this dries, we will work on fixing the MSD sump that's not sumping, or not pumping, later. It's after lunch, and that is drying quite nicely. It still has a subtle amount of orange peel, but looks much, much better than the other side, in my opinion, which was brushed. Still has about another hour to dry. So we are going to work on the plumbing up front.
Where are you going?
Into the bow compartment to work on the drain line for the MSD overflow system, which at one time was also connected into the dry bilge, forward dry bilge pump, which I want to take that T out. Even though it had a one-way valve, I'm afraid water possibly is coming out of it or it's causing an issue. So we're going to replace the T with just a straight line. The elbow near the unit in the equipment room had a brass elbow when it should have been a plastic elbow. So we'll replace that one once I confirm that it's brass. And we're going to try our new tool. which is this Arobi automatic pec scrimper. You can get it into a much narrower spot. You don't have the big arms. We're going to give it a try. Hopefully it will work well.
Let's get to work. Chatterbox.
Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this one-way valve here, which is actually leaking a little bit of water, so that's probably why we rushed out. Oh yeah, water just there coming out of it. I'm not going to salvage this piece. Of course, I forgot to put the ring on. Gonna do you. Release. And it definitely crimps it. Wow, that really crimps those suckers. Go cycle power on the dry bilge system. See the water there? No, it's good. That's an interesting effect. Oh, dry bilge worked. So we removed the T, now that's a single one. We then cleaned out some of the rust that was caused by that salt water and removed some of the protrusions that were in the way that were from the old bilge system, so that now it's cleaner and easier to work in. And then finally we added the 3 additional weight bricks to work on the balance of the boat. Those were originally in the rear of the boat, but I think right now we need more ballast up here in the front. Now eventually when we get forward fuel tanks working correctly, that won't be as much of an issue because we can pump fuel to the front. But for now, putting some more extra ballast.
Okay, I'm coming out.
I thought you liked that place. Your favorite hidey hole. Hit the light. Break time. Later. Okay, working on the final coat. The first coat actually leveled out really well. Looks much, much better than the brush side, so quite happy with that. Later. There is the second coat on. Give it a couple hours to level and dry. Later. So we have had washer and dryer here. The water connection to the drain to the tanks is all made, but there's a T off of it that goes over to this white pump right there, the pipe back there, which is going to be the eventual sink drain. Well, we haven't ever made that connection, so we're going to try to make that connection this evening so that we can actually use the washer and dryer, or at least test them. So I'm getting all the pieces together right now. So we're going to go over, stick a pipe in, and then I have a flex piece so that I can decouple it from the tank, because you don't want rigid pipes going all the way across. So we're going to go try to put this together. So that is the waste tank. So this is the shower, and that one there is the washer and dryer, and then shower, washer, dryer come to this, and then they go across. Well, and as you can see, when they go across, we need to get all the way over there, just above the black lines. You can see a white piece of PVC with a black mark on it. That's where this needs to go to. So I'm going to get up there, and oh yeah, look at those fun nails to poke my head with. Yeah. Okay. Question is, can I get this on here? Can I get this off? Oh, jeez. Oh, there it goes. Can you hand that back to me? I'm throwing my pipe around the room. Okay, so now. Go.
Over the top here.
Okay. Can you get that? It's under the transmission. It's cool you. Cool you. It's cool you. Cool you. Hopefully it's lighting up very close. Cool. It's in. Pipe. Cutter. Elbow. Okay. That is the shower and washer dryer, and then it comes over into this, and that is the feed into the tank. This will be the sink from the master bathroom, so that goes on up, and I showed you the inside. Goes over. Here's stress relief, and we'll need to glue a pad in here and probably a pad in here and put some clamps to support this guy. That's the plumbing, and we should now be able to use the washer and dryer. So we'll probably throw those on just as a test. Well, I guess I'll show you my attempting to get out of here, because this is at this nice 45-degree angle. It's cold. Now you gotta squeeze your head because you don't want to catch one of those corners. There's where we were, right back up in there. Kicking the fan, I think. Ow, ow. Something hard trying to become intimate with me. Okay. Later. We are testing the washing machine right now. We just got it on a 20-minute cycle. First 5 minutes is a rinse, so it's filled maybe a quarter of the way up with water, and you can see it splashing around. So far, we're not seeing any leaks down here. Okay, so this thing's now entered its spin cycle. Jeannie was downstairs when it drained the water. Seemed to drain water just fine. No leaks or anything, and now we're spinning. Seems to be behaving itself. Later, we're gonna do 8 square feet worth of the tiles. Gonna start on these 3 guys, B, C, D, and E.
So we're starting with this row.
Yep. We've pushed the desk over, and we've put the first 4 rows of felt pieces up.
Acoustic tiles.
Yeah, I definitely can tell there's more of an echo coming from here than here. That's weird. When we come back next time, we'll actually start setting stuff up in here. Later.
Later.
Good morning. We're in process of cleaning up Sunday morning. We are, in theory, going to be leaving either the 5th or the 6th. We're going to take the boat out to have the bottom job done on it. But what I want to do this morning is, since we are going to be going in a few days, I'm going to test the engines again. Tested them a couple weeks ago. So first thing we're going to do is open up this guy. This is our seacock to the engine. Make sure no water starts gushing out anywhere. Looks good. Probably need to clean the bowl there. I'm not going to check that this morning. Famous last words. Okay, so let's set up fuel. We need to send fuel to the engine to port engine filter. So that is now open. And then we also need to do from port engine, so now it can return fuel. And then we want it to return someplace to port aft tank. We're going to have it send it to the port aft tank. And we also need to pull it from someplace. So we're going to take it from port aft tank. Yeah. So we're pulling fuel from the port aft tank. It's going to the port engine, and then when it comes back from the engine, here's coming from the engine, and it's going back out. So we got those all set. Oil is easy to check on the starboard engine. Port engine's a little more of a pain. Gotta reach in here, pull it out. Once we get there, okay. And go back in. Now let's see what it looks like. And it is right on the mark. Okay, so engine's good. Radiator. And the only check for the radiator really is open it up. And I just dip my finger in. Yeah, and just basically right there at the cap left, I can see the top of my finger is wet. So we got coolant. And let me check the transmission. Let's see, so transmission back here. The transmission. And let's see how it is. Nope. Now I pushed it in and can't get it out. It looks very good. It's right where it should be. So, not really gained or lost any fluid, which is always a good thing. And the last thing I'll do is check down there, and I don't see any major oil on the big blanket, so I think we're good underneath the engine. So I think we are ready to start the engine. And to do that down here, can you turn the batteries on upstairs for the 2 engines? So there's some switches upstairs that control the batteries, and I could do it manually in the engine room there, but I'll go ahead and let Jeannie do it. Nope, and there I just heard. And there's the other one. Okay. So we sit here and watch the gauges. Yeah, that guy's happy. We got oil pressure. Yeah, dropping off. And then it should start coming back up. And now let's set the engines on. And let's go check that we have water coming out. And of course we also can come in here. So there's no water spewing everywhere. Very noisy. Okay, and I can actually hear it and smell it. Got a little bit of white smoke burning off. So, yep, that. Very splashy. That's the overpressure. So you should see water coming out of there. And then of course there's also water that's mixed with the exhaust. Good morning. Smokier than normal. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the starboard one going too. On, there. It's all the fans going now. Okay. Starboard equipment. Yeah, you can hardly hear it. All of its equipment's underneath there, so it's an insulated box. Yeah, still putting out a tiny bit of smoke here. Nope, and the rain's coming in. Okay, I think I'm going to test transmissions this morning. Make sure we can go into gear and out of gear. Let's walk up there and do that. Just momentarily put these guys into gear. Yep. Rudder's working. Let's do it all the way over. Okay. Okay, it's RPMs. Okay. So right now it's in warm, and so if I go into forward gear, see, it has no effect on the thing, but I can now increase the RPMs a little bit. There they go. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the port side. There it goes. Okay, now we'll pull it back, and we'll make sure it also works in reverse. And it should make the same motion. It goes in reverse. Neutral. Now what we should be able to do is take it off of warm. Okay, now if I go into forward, you should see a slight movement of the boat. Yeah, the boat's going forward. You see the rope tightening up out there. Okay, and if I do a reverse, I can feel the boat wanting to move that way a little bit, so it went into reverse. And now if I do forward this side, yeah, you see just a slight movement. And now we're going to let the ropes grab us and put it in reverse. And there we are, moving back in reverse. So transmission, at least at low RPMs, is working. I'm not going to worry about the remote box yet. We'll test that next week. This guy's come up now. So yeah, that just shows map. Engines both seem to be working fine. I'm going to let them run for probably about another 10 minutes or so. That's kind of a complete engine check. Let's check for water leaks or anything odd. Yeah, we're trying to get a little engine temperature there, kind of get there. You can actually feel some of the heat coming out of there now. You should see this mode and the shaft starts spinning. go ahead and put this off position. Push the stop button down. Off position. Push the stop down. Okay, I think we're gonna go move stuff to the car. Later.